The recording.
Yes.
So, thank you for joining. What I'm going to talk you through this morning is really what we do at Become More and an overview of our programs, and then you'll have an opportunity to ask any questions that you have. So, Become More, we transform leaders and help you grow your business. And I suppose, in terms of who we are and what we do, our vision for the company is to nourish minds, empower growth, and create positive futures for our clients. And we believe that just like that bee flying around the screen, we're always learning, we're always growing. Whenever we take on any type of learning and growth, it's continuous. I'm always learning. I always learn from the people on my programs, and I'm always trying to develop and grow. So it's a continual journey. And in terms of the values of the company, it's based around the acronym growth. So the G stands for growth. That's both personal and professional growth. We believe both are intertwined, and whenever we deliver our programs, it's very much about personal and professional growth. Resilience is the R, and that's the bounce back ability, which is so important in terms of our leadership roles, any roles that we have within our company, that we can bounce back and we can be resilient. Opportunity, that's about identifying opportunities and really going forward and seeing those possibilities for us, our teams, our company, and who we work with. Worthiness, we deliberately do a lot in our programs about self-belief and attitude. We very strongly believe that mindset is a huge factor in success. And if you show up in the right way and have the right attitude, then you get the results that really matter. Transforming is about transforming our results, transforming what we do. And the H stands for happiness, which is a little bit American, but we truly believe that if you're happy in what you do, then you perform at your optimum. So who am I? My name is Myra Nawaz. I'm the founder of Become More. I've worked in senior leadership and director level positions for over 20 years. I have also worked as a board director for 6 years with the CITB, the Construction Industry Training Board. Most of my life has been spent in construction and manufacturing, although a bit of my time has also been spent in hospitality and communications. And for the companies that I worked with, I led sales teams, I led marketing teams, and I've sat on senior leadership teams to help execute growth strategies within those businesses. The last company I was with, we took that company from 50 million to 86 million, which was 70% growth in under 5 years. I also lectured for a couple of years in the CIPD qualification, which has really given me the love for what I do now, which I believe is teaching. I teach leadership, sales, and my mum was a teacher, so I think it's in my blood. So that's really who I am, and I found it Become More a few years ago. And what we do through Become More is help businesses unlock results through our leadership mindset programs, through our sales growth programs, all around nourishing minds to help empower growth, and with a focus on mindset, which really sets us apart. So we've helped our clients and companies, local and global, build confident, connected leaders, strengthen communication, and drive measurable results. And these are some of the companies we have worked with. So you'll see some of the names on the screen. You may recognize some of those companies. Hopefully you do. And there's a variety more companies that we've worked with as well that are not on the screen. So how we add value. So we add value through a number of different ways, and I appreciate this is a busy slide, but I will talk you through some of these elements to help you understand how we can really help you with what it is that you do. So the first thing is that we get results. We really want people who go on our programs to do something differently as a result. So we give you practical techniques that you can take away and implement straight away after each session. For our leadership programs, we give you two key takeaways per session that you can implement immediately. You also get implementation guides that you can take a number of those things that you can go away and implement with your team in your role and how you perform. Convenience is a big thing with what we offer. Our lessons are delivered live online, providing maximum impact and minimum time. Whenever I was working on those leadership roles that I've been in with various companies, I always wanted to learn and grow, but often I was managing large teams and I didn't have the luxury of maybe spending half a day or even 2 days out of the office at a leadership program or a training program. And even though when I was there, I really enjoyed it, I loved it, but I was often panicking about getting back because of the things that were maybe piling up that I wasn't able to do. So I've designed this program based on how I like to learn, which is short, convenient, bite-sized lessons that's done over a period of time, providing that maximum impact in minimum time. The content's quality content. It's impactful, it's engaging, and it's interactive, and it's thought-provoking. I ask you a lot of thought-provoking questions. I want you to think as part of the program to really get you to start to think about how could I do something differently. We do lots of questionnaires and assessments in terms of where you are in different leadership competencies. And as well as that, then I use case studies and really relevant content to really get you involved and learn together as well. Networking is a part of it as well. You will get to build connections and learn together with like-minded individuals and build a community of people that you can sort of bring ideas forward and listen to others whenever we're doing the sessions throughout the program. We have lots of breakout sessions where you get to know and talk and discuss around certain scenarios, and you get to know others as well, which you'll be able to then hopefully build a relationship beyond the program. Flexibility, we encourage people to join live. However, if something does come up last minute, all lessons are recorded and they're in our client portal. So you do have access to our client portal. And what we have in there is additional resources and content that you can use yourself or with your team. And what that really means is if you want to go back and rewatch a lesson, you can. Often people say there's a lot within a lesson. So if you're going through something like change management, or you're maybe dealing with a conflict scenario and you want to go back and watch that lesson, then that's there available for you. Mindset I've touched upon, but we truly believe that whenever we focus on our mindset and how we show up and how our teams show up, it really does help us to get the best results we possibly can. Accountability, that's about taking action. So once you take action and change what you're doing, then it really does inspire and help you to succeed beyond the program. And I suppose the most important thing on that screen is we care. We're really passionate about what we do and Become More, and we hope that comes across whenever we're delivering our content. So the main program I want to talk to you about today is the Leadership Mindset program. And this program is either a 6 or 12-month program. And the way it's delivered, it's 60-minute sessions live via Zoom weekly. Some weeks we have 2 lessons per week, but in the majority it's 60-minute sessions per week. And it's convenient, it's continuous, and it gives you that measurable impact in minimum time. It's also ideal for companies with teams across multiple locations. So, some of the companies that do this have people in, different parts of the UK or beyond. So the program is kicking off now. We do the program 2 intakes, either in spring or autumn. We deliberately don't have any lessons in July and August because people are on holidays and people are away, and sometimes it's difficult to make lessons. So we have our condensed lessons then from sort of March this year, starting after Easter, which is just at April. So it'll run from April to the end of June. No lessons July and August, and then the lessons kick off again in September and run through till mid-December. And that's really how we run the program. So the spring topics, these are the sessions that will be starting now after Easter, and we have a number of different topics here. So we have setting smart goals, purposeful leadership, mindset for success, habits for success, high performance teams. We do effective communication. We do 2 sessions on the habits of highly effective people. So if you've ever read that book, Stephen Covey, Habits of Highly Successful People, we take those 7 habits, which are incredible, and show you how to really implement them into your leadership role. We do 2 sessions on personality profiling. So I don't know if any of you on this call have done personality profiling. But we do, yeah, we can see nods, brilliant. So it's really interesting actually, because sometimes your personality profiling has changed from the first time you've done it, depending on your role or, how you maybe have progressed, or different maybe things that you're working on. So personality profiling individual, and then we give you a personality profiling that you can also do with your team. And we look at how, different teams work with different personality types on them. So that's really great lessons in terms of understanding yourself better and also understanding your team better as well. And it's a Myers-Briggs style personality profiling that we do. Then we do effective decision making, and I take you through sort of tools around effective decision making, coaching and mentoring, how to get the best from your team. We do a session on leadership versus management, and what that lesson really is about is looking at the difference between leadership and management and how much time do you spend doing both, and is it the right balance? So that's what that lesson's really about. And then the final session is review, react, and act. And really what we do in that session is we review all of the content that we've covered to date, and you will go away then with a personalized action plan to implement beyond the program. So we have condensed lessons, and then you have a period of implementation where you go away and implement what you've done. And then we kick off then again in the autumn session with a different set of lessons. So in autumn, again, there's 16 sessions, and we start off with leadership mindset. That's about whether you have more of a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. Maximizing opportunities. So how to identify those opportunities and go after them. Trust is a really important pillar in terms of any leadership role. So we look at the 13 behaviors of trust, and you can really assess yourself on those. Culture, authentic leadership, motivation, so intrinsic and extrinsic motivation, and how to motivate your teams. Handling those difficult conversations, because we all have to have them. So how do we do that in a really productive way? Discipline and productivity, managing conflict in a healthy way, resilience. We do a session on Good to Great. So that's the book by Jim Collins. I don't know if any of you've read that. See it if there's any nods, no nods. So Jim Collins, he has a book, How to Become, what's the difference between good leaders and great leaders, or good companies and great companies. And we look at that. We do a session on emotional intelligence, change management, networking, how to network and influence. And then again, we have the review, react, and act session, which again is reviewing all of the content, taking key lessons from each, and then you will have your personalized implementation plan again to implement in the coming months. So anyone who does your program, you do get a participant's guide. So this is a hard copy participant's guide you will keep forever, and it guides you through each lesson. It has the key information from each lesson, but you also then have areas in there where you write your notes and take notes on anything that you've discussed and the key lessons that you've gained from each lesson. You do get access to the client portal, so you'll have a login, you'll have a password, and you'll go in there and you can then access all of the recordings of the lessons also. You can also access all of the resources that accompany each lesson, so everything's in there, and there's lots of bonus content. There's also a community in there if you want to talk to each other. You can do that also. So, what our clients say? So, really, people like the way the program is delivered. They like how it's the right length of time each week. So you can have a busy leadership role, but still develop and grow through this content in this convenient way. They like the fact that it's really engaging. They like the fact that it's relevant, and there's practical takeaways that you can implement. They say it's positive, fresh thinking, and there's elements that you can implement in every aspect of your leadership role. So that's really the Leadership Mindset program. We do have another program that we're launching in partnership with the NI Chamber, and I'll just take you through this as well briefly. So this is a hybrid program. So I know some of you on the call are not from Northern Ireland. I can see Neil, Neil there, Neil Morrison. So I know you're in Scotland, so that's fine. So Neil, this probably doesn't apply to you unless you want to fly over and see us. But you would probably, the Leadership Mindset one would be the one for you. But this is for anybody in Northern Ireland, just to give you another option, because this is a hybrid program, which means it's partly in person and partly online. It's an 8-week program. And what you see on the screen is the dark blue sessions are delivered in person, and the white sessions are delivered online. So this, we start off with a 3.5-hour session in person, and we cover high performance teams, we cover communication with clarity, we also have a guest speaker. Then session 2 and 3 are online, so we do the session on Good to Great. Innovate and accelerate and maximize your opportunities is session 3. Then we have another in-person session, and it's more around habits that stick, leading with purpose, and your leadership brand and presence. Then week 5, 6, and 7 are back online. So we have leading through change with confidence, those difficult conversations, so managing conflict effectively, and then decision making, deciding with clarity. And then for the final session, it's in person again. So that's a 3.5 hour session where we cover personality profiling and then your insight to action. You're creating your action plan then to implement beyond. So it's a shorter program, it's more condensed, and it's for people who are in Northern Ireland who maybe want to have more of a hybrid approach to learning. The first session is in Microsoft in Belfast. The second in-person session is in Setanta Technology in Newtownabbey, and the third in-person session is in the Hilton Templepatrick, and that will finish with a networking lunch. So again, this program kicks off after Easter, slightly later, or the 20th of April, this one kicks off. So training materials and resources, again, for both programs, everyone gets their training participants guide, you get your online portal, you get implementation guide, set guides for each lesson, you get a certificate of completion for both programs, and you get CPDRs that you can use if you are doing a professional qualification. For both programs, you also get a pre-program assessment. So before you'd start any program with Become More, we will send you out a pre-program assessment. And in this, we will ask you really what you want to gain from the program, maybe get a bit of insight from you, but we also ask you where you are on a number of leadership competencies, where you would score yourself. After the program's finished, then we also send out a post-program assessment where you can really gauge how you have grown a number of the leadership competencies that are in the program. And then you also get your personalized action plan. So we love this statement because we truly believe this in Become More. When you grow, everyone grows. So whenever you do a program like this, it doesn't just impact you, it will impact everyone around you. It will have that ripple effect. So it will impact, your team, your department, the company. It will even impact people in your personal life. So when you grow, everyone grows. And, whenever we're looking at leadership development or any type of development, it's really the people. Businesses don't grow, people grow. And then people grow the business. So whenever we are developing, it doesn't start with the business. It really starts with you and it starts with the people around you. And that's really how we get growth. So I just want to say a massive thank you for joining me this afternoon and for your time. And if you would like to register for either program, please, you can send just your details to info@becomemore.com. The email address is on the screen. Or you can phone Sinead, who has joined the call as Myra. And Sinead is on the call also, and Sinead's number is on the screen. I know some people just like to pick up the phone and speak to someone. So by all means, Sinead's our business development manager, and you can give Sinead a call if you would like to get any more information or just have a chat about the program. But what I will do now is I will stop sharing and I will come into the room and answer any questions for any of you. If any of you have any questions right now, I am happy to do that. So let me just end the slideshow. So let me pull these back up on the screen. Okay, so has anyone any questions that they would like to ask? Okay, so yes, is it Geraint?
Yeah, I was just gonna just simply ask, are you able to share the recording with us, even though we participated, so I can share it with my colleagues?
Absolutely, absolutely. And where are you in Wales?
I'm not actually. I know a very Welsh name and a Welsh accent, hopefully, but no, working in Balahi in County Derry. So,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh, wow. Okay, what company are you with?
Bulrush Horticulture.
Oh, amazing. Well, yes, of course, I will share the recording with you and thank you for joining. It's lovely to meet you. Yeah, definitely a Welsh accent there from Blythe.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Neil, do you have any questions for me or anything else that I could clarify for you? You're good. Okay, brilliant. Fiona, have you anything that you'd like to ask? No, you're good. Brilliant. Deborah?
No, all good. Thank you. Thanks.
All good. Amazing. And Stephen, anything from yourself?
No, all good, thank you.
Amazing. Is that another Welsh accent?
No, I'm down in the
Welsh.
south of Ireland. I'm in Dungarvan, County
Oh,
Waterford as
you're
such. Yeah,
Southern Ireland. Okay,
just a bit of a
Stephen,
peculiar
perfect.
accent as it stands. Yeah, yeah.
Now we have Scottish, we have Welsh, we have Northern. Deborah and Fiona, where are you from? Are you local?
Cork in South
Cork,
Ireland. Yeah.
Southern Ireland as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Cork. And Fiona, where are you from?
I'm in Athlone.
Athlone, my goodness, there are quite a few Southern Ireland people on the call. Well, look, you're all very welcome. I hope you found that useful today. And thank you so much for spending the time listening this afternoon or this morning. I usually do these in the afternoon. But thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. And look, please get in contact. We'd love to work with you. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. Thanks.